To get regular updates, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon.
Hello friends, this is Dipali Shah from Exam Ben. In this session, we are going to see about Jainism, its origin, principles and much more. If you're new around here, do not forget to subscribe to our channel to get the regular updates. So, let's get started. Jainism. The origin of Jainism is surrounded by anonymity. The name of Rishabh and Arishtameti are found in the Rig Veda, and it is also found in the Vishnu Purana and Bhagavad Purana. These indicate that the Jainism is as old as the Vedic religion itself. Jainism is the outcome of the teachings of the 24 Tirthankars. Origin of Jainism. There were 24 Tirthankars. The first was the Rishabhanath and the last one was the Vardhamana Mahavira. Parsvanatha, the 23rd Tirthankara, was a historical figure and flourished about 250 years before Mahavira. He was a prince who abandoned the throne and led the life of an ascetic. Teachings of Parshvanatha. Ahimsa, which means no injury, Satya for non-lying, Asteya for non-stealing, and Aparigraha for non-possession of the worldly objects. It is believed that the Jainism existed centuries ago and was revived by Mahavira. Causes for the rise of Jainism. Division of society into four varnas, that is the segment of Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Desires of Vaishyas to improve their social status, reaction of Kshatriyas to Brahmin supremacy in Hindu, and new agricultural economy along with the reaction of the commoners. Lord Mahavira was born to the father Siddhartha, who is the head of the Jantrika clan, and mother Trishla, who is the sister of Lichavi chief of Chetaka. How did Mahavira gain the supreme knowledge or KEVAL GYAN? He was educated in all branches of knowledge but never enjoyed the materialistic life. At the age of 30, after the death of his parents, he renounced his family, became an ascetic, and proceeded in search of the truth. He went from one religious leader to another and led a life of torture and self-mortification. In the 13th year of asceticism, on the 10th day of Vaishakha, outside the town of Jimbi Khagrama, Mahavira attained the supreme knowledge. Ever since then, he was called Jaina or Jitendriya, which means that he conquered his senses, and Mahavira, which means brave. Jain Tirthankaras, symbols and instruments of knowledge. The symbol for the first Jain Tirthankar Rishabhanath is bull. The 23rd Jain Tirthankar Parsvanatha has a snake as a symbol, and the last Jain Tirthankar Mahavir has lion as a symbol. 5 instruments of knowledge are Mati Gyan, perception through activity of sense organs, Shruta Gyan, knowledge revealed by the scriptures, Avadi Gyan, which is a clairvoyant perception, Mahana Pranaya Gyan, which is a telepathic knowledge, and Keval Gyan, which means temporal knowledge or omniscience. Teachings of Mahavira. The teachings of Jain Tirthankars are compiled into 12 agnas at Vallabhi. The principle of Jainism can be summed up as Mahavira rejected Vedas and Vedic rituals. He advocated as an austere of simple life with the ultimate aim to attain Keval, which means moksha. Mahavira did not believe in the existence of God. He said that the universe is a product of nature, which was the outcome of the cause and effect. The salvation does not depend on the mercy of God, but on his own actions. The man is the architect of its own destiny. Mahavira believed in karma and transmigration of the soul. Man is punished or rewarded in successive births according to his karma. On good or bad karmas, the soul creates its own present or future. The body dies but the soul is immortal. Jains lay a great emphasis on equality. Mahavira accepted the caste system, yet he said that the man may be good or bad according to his karma and not by his birth. The world consists of 2 elements, Jiva, which is conscious, and Atma, which is unconscious. Jiva acts, feels and wills, and it suffers and dies. Atma is eternal and is born and reborn. The ultimate aim of Jiva should be to get rid of the cycle of birth and rebirth and attain nirvana. 3 Ratnas of Jainism are full knowledge, action and liberation. The main principles and essence of Jainism are non-violence, which is termed as Ahimsa, is a fundamental tenet of Jainism. Many-sided reality, which is termed as Anakveda, is a doctrine that states the truth and reality is a complex and always has multiple aspects. Reality can be experienced, but it is not possible to totally express it with language. Non-attachment, which is termed as Aparigraha, to worldly possessions. The other principles are Satya, truth. This vow is to always speak the truth, neither lie nor encourage anyone who lies. Asceya, not stealing. A Jain lay person should not take anything that is not willingly given, while for a Jain mendicant should additionally ask for the permission to take if something is being offered. Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is celibacy for Jain monks and nuns. For lay person, the vows means chastity and faithfulness to one's partner. Sections of Jainism. Around 300th century BC, Jainism was divided into two parts, Shvetambars and Digambars. Shvetambar is a term describing its ascetic practice of wearing white clothes. Shvetambars also believe that the women are also able to obtain moksha. They maintained that the 19th Tirthankara, Mallinath, was a woman. Digambars, which is a term describing its ascetic practice, do not wear any clothes. They only carry a broom made up of fallen peacock feathers and a water ground. The Digambar section of Jainism rejects the authority of the Jain Agma compiled by Sutalabhadra. According to the Digambar tradition, Mahavira, the last Jain Tirthankara, never married. The Digambars believe that after attaining enlightenment, Mahavira was free from human activities such as hunger, thirst, and sleep. Spread of Jainism. Jainism admitted both women and Shruddhas in its order of followers. Jainism used Prakriti for a common language for preaching instead of Sanskrit. 200 years after the death of Mahavira, there was a serious famine in Ganga Valley. Many Jain followers led by Chandragupta Maurya and Bhadra Babu left for the south, which is in present-day Karnataka, and the rest of them stayed back under the leadership of Stalbahu. Immigrants spread Jainism in South India. Meanwhile, Stalbahu changed the code of conduct for the monks, which led to the division of Jainism into two sections of Shvetambar and Digambar. The first Jain council was held at Patliputra, led by Stalbahu in the beginning of the 3rd century BC, and the second Jain council was held at Vallabhi in the 5th century BC, where 12 anagas of Shvetambars were finally compiled. Jainism has between 4 and 5 million followers, with most Jains residing in India. Outside of India, some of the largest Jain communities are present in Canada, Europe, Kenya, the United Kingdom, Hong Kong, and Suriname, Fiji, and the United States of America. Decline of Jainism. The concept of Ahimsa was taken too far, and it believed that the lights existed in trees and soil, and one should not harm them, thus affecting the agricultural process. It preaches to avoid medication even when one falls sick. The common man was not able to bear the severity of the penance. Jainism followers did not spread around the religion like the others. No strong patronage from the royal families to continue the religion, with the exception of North India's Bimbisara, Aitastastru, Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusara, Kharavela, and Kang's dynasty, Kadam's dynasty, Mogra Varsha, Sidra Jain Singh, and Kumbh Alapala in South India. Contributions of Jainism. Jainism was the first serious attempt to mitigate the evils of the Varna system and the ritualistic Vedic religion. The early Jains discarded Sanskrit and adopted Prakrit language for preaching. Their religious literature was written in Ardha Magadhi, and the texts were finally compiled in the 5th century AD at Vallabhi Jain Council. Out of Suraseni Prakrit, Marathi language grew. Jains also composed the earliest important works in Aparigraha and prepared its first grammar. With this, we have come to the end of this session on Jainism. Thank you for watching till the end. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel to get the regular updates. Thank you.